And welcome back to the Cardinals franchise where we are in week 17. We are trying to coast while still getting some wins to the postseason. At the end of last episode, we found out one really important thing, and that is we have taken over the 1 seed on the NFC side of the playoff race. The Cowboys lost, we won, we jumped them. That does, however, mean we need to continue winning to keep that 1 seed. But as we had talked about in the last episode, after halftime with a solid margin of, I don't say victory because it's halftime, but a solid lead by halftime, Kyler Murray was taken out of the game and he will no longer play any snap in the regular season. His stamina has been awful for at least the last, really for the entire second half of the season and probably even into the first half as well. So he is strictly going to be recovering, and Tyler Huntley will be our starting quarterback. We know he could get the job done, but he'll have to prove it. So let's get on into it. Let's get this game underway. Bengals wearing their all white. We are wearing our all black. Really like the set for both of these teams. Like the blackish reddish helmet for us and then the all white for the Bengals. Just looks so nice. But as we talked about, Huntley will be the quarterback and we will be playing that slow mesh style of offense where we're really going to try to just drain the clock as much as we can while on offense and hope our defense can play just as well. We'll start with a nice 7-yard run there from Null, and then let's go to a heavy tight end set here. Going to motion over Brahman as we want to run to that left-hand side. Follow behind him as well as good block from Pugh and Hubbard forward for the first down, just shy of the 40. We'll of course still be going to shotgun, two running back set back there. And possibly run some swing passes. They do bite on it. And not a good block on the outside by Marshall. Good play by 22 Awuzie. And maybe today we'll actually be able to run this receiver screen now that they're not manned up on everyone. Allow us some blocking opportunity, but not great blocking. We'll get forward for the lost yardage, and Bulaga, one of our starting offensive linemen, comes up a little injured. So he'll head to the locker room to get that checked out. Meanwhile, we have a 3rd and 10. See what we could get set up here. Try to set up the running back screen. And no one decided to block the one guy over there. Another injury, this time Reader for Cincy. We're going to have to punt this one away. And now it's time for this defense to go to work. And work they are going to have to do. This is a good offense, a really good offense. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. A plethora of receiving options. Chase Young, Tyler Boyd. They are going to have a lot of work to do, and we're going to need to make sure that we lock them down. If we could get in Burrow's face too, that'll help us out. As guard it clean off the edge. Will hit home. Joe Burrow goes down at the 20. So far, pretty good first drive as Myjah Sanders has kind of taken over as one of the outside rushers. And for some reason, Wharton has been playing on the inside. I'm not sure what that's about, but Nixon drops the pass. And with that stop by the defense, we'll take over in pretty good field position starting at the 43. As we're going to go right back to that swing pass to the outside. So the receivers aren't getting very good blocks there. Maybe we'll need to stick more on the inside. Young will, however, get us at least a gain of 3, so 2nd and 7. As we'll go with a little bit of read option, and we're going to keep it. Huntley to the outside. No one out there has plenty of room to run. We'll almost get around Bates, but we'll step out at the 33. Both Huntley and Kyler Murray, very similar players. We're going to try to get more to the outside here and could possibly get at least a little bit out of it. We'll get actually a little bit more than a little bit. We'll get 8. On 2nd and 2 at the 25. Maybe look for Dwan Johnson headed towards that front pylon. Although the coverage looks pretty good out there. Throw it out late. We'll find Chuba Hubbard, but he can't hold on to it. That quick pass rush really got in there, and it does look like both Bulaga and Reeder are back in the game. So not either too big injuries. We told Bulaga to stay out, but apparently he wants to play. Nice run there by Null, gives us the first down as well. There's about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Go a little bit of play action. Sit on the inside, and we're going to step up here with Huntley. Flag is down. He'll get forward for about the first down, but this might be coming back. And indeed it will be, holding on Bulaga. So on 1st and 19, let's go with the RPO. See if we can get to the outside, and we definitely can. We have a lead block, but doesn't end up staying in front. For some reason, he goes more towards the middle. We at least get a gain of 5. Someday Madden will fix its weird decision-making when it comes to blocking, but it is not this day. We'll pass across the middle here. We'll find Marshall, who will get us a few more yards back to the 10 for 3rd and 10. But I guess I shouldn't say back to the 10, but back to having 10 yards prior to the first down. Stay spread here. Have a couple different options. Guy across the middle, and that pass floated, and a flag is down. And apparently a late hit from Hendrickson will give us the first. Can't argue against that. We'll try to go with the RPO once again. See if that corner comes biting in, and we possibly could have tossed it out there, but we'll just hand this one off to Young. We'll scamper down to the 5. And before we could get a playoff end of the first quarter, the game's still tied at 0, but we're on the doorstep. And there is no one in the middle here as we go empty. This sure would be nice. Quarterback draw right down the middle. Tyler Huntley with plenty of room. Can basically just walk on in. There was definitely no speed there, but Tyler Huntley gives us the lead with the first play of the second quarter. And despite only having one possession in the game so far, we are into the second quarter, so let's see what the Bengals can do. Now having the ball once again. Mixon maybe trips. I don't think Collins got the ankle, but he maybe did. Either way, 2nd and 9, only a gain of 1 on the play for Mixon. As they'll go across, tried to find Mixon once again, swatted away. So a quick 3rd and 9 here for Joe Burrow. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. With all of the weapons, you imagine he would stop just staring down Mixon, and they go deep. Oliver actually covers him well enough. Can't get the feet down in bounds, he'll punt away. We end up actually getting pretty lucky on that last play. Oliver pulled up a little too early, but ends up not coming back to bite us. We'll go down the middle. Young with some running room will roll over a defender for the first down. And that'll get us up to the 44. Maybe look for more down the sideline, although for some reason in this game, this pass is so hard to throw as it often is lofted way too far inside, and I don't know why. That play should almost be a gimme to the outside, but it's never thrown properly. Instead, 2nd and 10. Have a couple guys underneath that we could have hit. Gonna roll out to the outside, try to buy some time, and we'll throw it away late. Hendrickson with the pressure. So 3rd and 10 as they come out with a double A-gap look. So let's run right at it. Hard count, no one jumps. Good blocking right down the middle. We could go. Good cut from Young, who's trying to stretch it to the outside, and will finally get brought down by Bates as well as Awuzie. But we're down to the 25. Heck of a run, heck of a block. And now at the 25, I would love to find McBride towards that pylon, although they do a really good job covering it. We're going to roll, buy some time, and just step out of bounds. I was hoping more would drop back, or go deep, I guess, but just never quite turned in time. So on 2nd and 8, we'll bring out the full house look here. Null at running back, the 2 tight ends at a fullback spot. Down the middle we'll go, and that'll be close to the first. 3rd and 2 as Reeder is down once again. And that little timeout for the injury actually lets Huntley breathe a little bit so we could run a read option here. And that's exactly where we're going to go. Good blocking, at least tried to be, but Huntley just doesn't have the gas right now. Will be a loss of 2, maybe 3. So we'll scamper out the field goal unit here. Sanders to try to make this a 2-score game, and that kick doesn't look like that's going to be very good. Nope, not at all. We're just going to say the laces were not out, and that's what happened. 1st and 10, Bengals take over, still a 1-score game, and why is Collins running away from Mixon? Why would that ever make sense, Madden? Come on. Don't get me wrong, it was kind of funny looking, but definitely not very realistic. Especially with Collins being the hit stick he is. It will be a pass here, play action. Simmons back to cover a guy, and they go deep. Murphy tracking back, and what a catch. Chase at the sideline. Murphy almost got the interception, but it was a tie catch, and it goes to the offense. I mean, can't be upset about it. Good play from both the players. 1st and 10. Bengals inside the red zone now. We'll go with a stretch, and not going to get very much. Reynolds comes in for the stop. He doesn't get a whole lot of playing time out there, but when he does, he's made some good plays. Backup running back checks in here for 2nd and 9. He'll motion out to that left-hand side. Empty set here for Burrow. So we make some slight adjustments of our own. Underneath they go. Their tight end gets the quick catch is Hurst. We'll make it 3rd and 4. They'll come out bunch to the right-hand side. Another backup running back in. We go with a quick blitz, but Hurst wide open. No one covered him. And the Bengals, just like that, can tie this game up, capitalizing off the missed field goal. And with about 2 minutes left, roughly, we'll have a chance to try to regain a lead before halftime. And we have a wide open receiver, but that one somehow is dropped. Huntley definitely not able to hit him on the run, but Marshall has to be able to catch that. DB came in late, but he should have been able to knock that one away so easily. And now we're just scrambling for our life in the back here, trying to wait for something to open up, and that pass greatly underthrown. The Bengals take over. Huntley needed to put that behind his own receiver. Instead, it comes up 7, maybe 10 yards shy of where his own receiver was, and is easily, I would say easily, it was a good play by the DB, but can easily be picked off. And now, just as we had the opportunity to take a lead before half, the Bengals now have that same opportunity. Slide the line to the left, they'll go empty set. We know it's going to be a pass. It'd be nice if we could get a quick pass rush. One-on-one in a lot of different scenarios, but that timing completely off. So 3rd and 7 at the 35. They could definitely take the lead with a field goal. Gardick, I guess, distracted the running back who runs into Burrow, causing a very strange throw. And the field goal unit will come out. McPherson from about the 42, a 52-yarder, and we had the opportunity to get around the edge there, but instead we ran right into a guy, and McPherson gives them the lead. Now we still have that opportunity to take the lead before halftime. We just have to play some better football. Go with the jet sweep to the outside, and there's no blocking there. I'm going to hurry up because we don't have a whole lot of time. We do have all of our timeouts that we can use, but we don't want to waste them. Go the, like I said, a little bit of hurry up pass rush coming in, and not much we can do there. 3rd and 19. Maybe this time we could actually get more to the outside. It's been open, but pass rush immediately coming in. He throws it back across, and that easily could have been intercepted again. Luckily, it hits the turf, and we'll have to punt. Well, definitely looked like the Cardinals were in charge, just not with a great lead going towards halftime, but the Bengals able to quickly take over, and another just missed time throw. Honestly, Joe Burrow hasn't looked great today. He's only completed 5 passes, has thrown 6 incomplete passes, as they do go to the outside, and that is going to be a hookup for about 8 yards. We'll leave 3rd and 2. Tell you, the time here before half has been just dragging on. Still a minute left, and there's been about 2 possessions during that time, and that one is still, no, it's not caught. Knocked away by Buda Baker. Almost a great pass there from Burrow under distress from Gardick, but will be another punt. And I feel like it's been about 3, maybe 4 possessions within the span of about 20 seconds. See if maybe one of these will end up working. Nice moves there from Callahan. Can't quite get away. 40 seconds left. We'll call a timeout, but a great solo effort there to get away from some of those defenders. We'll make it 1st and 10 at the 40. We're going to be sending some guys deep here. One-on-one to the outside. Can Brown secure it? Yes, nice grab. Decent throw there from Huntley. Maybe a little bit more inside. He's still running. We finally get ourselves into scoring range. Wow, this is just dragged on all down the middle. Not going to get very much. Call another timeout. On 2nd and 10, we'll go empty set. Going to bring Young in motion. Try to get him to the outside. Decent blocking, but needs to get around 23, and he's not able to do so. Let's go into hurry up here. Try to conserve that last timeout if we can. Have one deep safety. A couple different guys going deep. How about Terrence Marshall? Back of the end zone. Touchdown. Nicely thrown pass there from Huntley, and a glitch over to his offensive lineman to celebrate. Wow. Interesting play, but a nice placed pass there from Huntley. Keeps it well in bounds. Marshall gets both feet down, and we could finally get that lead before half. With that lead, we will head on into half. It took a long time. The last minute and a half of that second quarter just dragged on, but we have the lead in all categories but takeaways, so we'll need to clean that up in the second half. But let's take a look around the league. Can we get an update on the Cowboys? That would be nice. Commanders and Seahawks. Seahawks up 17-7, and they're well finishing under 500 this season. As well, the Commanders will not be able to get back above. The second game, not the Cowboys once again. Jaguars and Chiefs, 17-7. Good season so far for the Chiefs, but they are currently down to the 8-7 Jags. And the last update, once again, not the Cowboys. 49ers fall to the Browns 19-6, sealing a losing season for sure for them, because they're not going to have any chance of getting back. There's only one more game. Browns will seal a winning season. Well, let's get this second half underway and hopefully get back to chewing some of that clock. But the Bengals will get ball first. Good opportunity for them to try to regain the lead or at least draw it closer. Now, Burrow did not have a very good first half, and I expect that they probably would have made some adjustments to ensure he has a much better second half. We'll start with a run, and J.P. Richardson will bring him down, gain of 5. First rush of the day there for Evans as another running back checks in. If I want to say that says Vernon maybe. Number 35 will go with a stretch to the top and has some room to run, but a nice tackle there from Nathan Hale. We'll get him down as another Cincy player injured, this time Williams. And both of these teams set to go to the playoffs, so any big injuries will affect that playoff run. Gardick tried to get around the edge, but just gets stuck to a lineman, which may end up being the reason that there's a flag down. Or maybe not at all. Melvin Scott ends up roughing. Wow. Joe Burrow takes a late hit. That's as much as we needed to say. Try to get off the edge here again with Gardick, but nothing there. But Joe Burrow not able to find anyone. 7 of 16. I won't complain about that. I like seeing him miss the throws. It means our cover guys don't have to do as well of a job as they probably should be doing, as they're going to find a wide open chase here inside the red zone down at the 16. Yeah, we're really not seeing much of a pass rush, at least without having to bring a blitz. And even then, angles have been off, and we miss an opportunity to bring down Vernon, and he's into the end zone. Bengals retake the lead. Well, let's see if Huntley and the offense can respond. We'll start with that RPO swing pass, and we'll go ahead and hand this one off down the middle. Hubbard with some room to run, gain of about 15 yards. Kind of feel like before half we definitely started trying to force things, and that's where things got a little jumbled up, a little messed up. So let's just run some simple plays here. Continue to let that clock run and retry to take this lead. 2nd and 7 following the 3-yard rush on first down. Have some underneath routes, a couple deeper routes, and gonna need to step up here. Huntley, find what he can. We'll find McBride as well. Get the first down just past midfield. And that was a much better play from Huntley. That's a play we've seen from our normal starting quarterback in Kyler Murray. How about one-on-one going deep? Rondale Moore? No! Every time I want to say nice catch, they drop it. And with his ratings, he really shouldn't be dropping that one. But either way, 2nd and 10. We'll go with a run down the middle. Young with some room to run. We'll try to find a blocker in Moore, and we'll get the first down. For a guy that started this series as a receiver, he's done very well at that running back spot. Go for a deep pass here. One-on-one, but that is well underthrown. Marshall can't hold on yet again. So 2nd and 10. Let's go with a draw play. Try to get some of the DBs, linebackers going backwards. And we're trying to find some space up front, but nothing doing there. Only a gain of 1. So on 3rd and 9, we'll go 2 receivers either side, including McBride to the right-hand side. And they actually do a pretty good job of covering that. And okay, that actually works. We'll spin around. No gas left in the tank at all there for Huntley. But we'll barely get the first down. We can tell Huntley is just gasping for air right now. So let's focus a little bit more on the run game. Hubbard down the middle. We'll get him a couple yards. 3 yards. On 2nd and 7, we will go with a pass. Hopefully an underneath pass. Quick pass. Right down the middle. McBride. Nice catch. Close to the first. That last hit doesn't quite push him past 3rd and inches. So, of course, we'll bring out the heavy look here. Let's run to the right-hand side. Actually, apparently left-hand side, despite me telling him to change it. But no, he says, no, we're good. I'll take you down to the 9 for 1st and goal. And with probably would be our last play of the 3rd quarter. We'll go with a little rollout here on 1st down. Wait for something maybe to develop, and something did kind of pop open late, and that one's going to be fumbled and kicked out of bounds. So we will actually have to run one more play. Maybe if we timed it, but there was a receiver, Brown, coming across the back, or I guess maybe middle of the end zone actually. Either way, didn't like it. We'll go with a run. We'll head into the 4th quarter. And I completely forgot it's actually a goal down situation. So empty set here. We need to get this ball into the end zone and have a couple different options. We'll go to probably the worst of the options, and it's picked off in the end zone. Intended for McBride. There were 2 receivers more to the right with only 1 guy covering. Outcome still could have been the same, but just not a smart choice there made by Huntley. So now the Bengals have the opportunity to try to widen the lead. We could give up a field goal, but a touchdown would be very difficult for us to come back from. And following the gain of 8, they'll go under center with an ace formation here, or a single back formation, I should say. We'll send a blitz, but they pick it up very well and get much more than the 1st down, an extra 5 or so yards for Vernon. And he's the running back that gave him the lead as well, so a little bit salt in the wound there. Will be a pass here on 1st down, and an easy pass to an open receiver who just ate the shoulder of Simmons. Still ends up being a gain of 5, but he at least paid for it. Now in ace formations, they go the run down the middle. And why do we have no one there? We come out in the 52 defense, and they destroy our front 7. A little under 6 minutes left. We need to get the ball back and to get a touchdown to take a lead. There'll be a play action here. Buda Baker comes flying in, and we can't knock it away. A great catch once again by Chase. Oliver in coverage was close, just couldn't knock it free. And this is where we have to tighten things up. Like I said, we could allow a field goal. We'll still make it a touchdown game that we could win it with. But we need something more, and there's another shoulder for Vernon. But he's not fumbling. So now an empty set here for Burrow. We'll make some slight adjustments. We'll see what they have for us. Sit a couple guys underneath. That's where they've loved to go. Nothing there, and Melvin Scott will get the sack. Barely getting the ankle there of Joe Burrow, but we'll bring him down. 3rd and 22. Another sack maybe would force him out of field goal range. That's if we're lucky. We pretty much just need to prevent the 1st down. That's the main focus here, and we're getting absolutely no pass rush. Half our guys are on the ground, And they'll finally throw it out, and they get the first down. That pass rush was awful. The worst part is we have most of our starters in there. There was just nothing happening. We sent 4, and half of them, like I said, were on the ground. 2 seconds in, Gardick off the edge. This time, nothing, and there is the touchdown. We'll give them a 10-point lead. And there's what, 3.5? Yeah, about 3.5 minutes left. Well, it's about now or never for this team. We need a quick score without taking much of any time off this clock. And here we go. Some room for Hubbard. Hit the spin move. A little bit too much of a spin move, but a really good gain. Gets us close to midfield. As we'll just go hurry up here. Again, trying to not take off much time at all. And we have a late pass. I was hoping that would go more towards the middle. Instead goes to the outside. We'll stay in the hurry up. We have some mostly fresh legs out there. A lot of our tight ends haven't seen a lot of action today. They'll bring down the safety, and we'll see what we could get here. Toss it out late. We'll find Hubbard once again, who will use the little remaining energy he has to get forward and out of bounds. So 1st and 10, an empty set as they come out double A gap blitz. This could work very well for us. Try to get Derek Young to the outside as quick as possible. Has some blocks out front, but can't quite get by 21. We'll go once again to that hurry up look. Try to again preserve as much time as possible. Snap this one. We have a couple one-on-one situations. We'll roll out, try to see if something develops. Toss this one out late, get the catch, and out of bounds. So 1st and 10. Looks like half of their defense is struggling for some air here. Toss this one, and what was that? I think our own offensive lineman ran into Huntley, who tried to throw it on the receiver screen. That was just awful. Gonna roll out, throw to the corner. Marshall can't get out there. Pass too far out in front. So on 3rd and 10, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Let's go with the RPO swing pass to the outside. We're not gonna get the block whatsoever. We'll take the field goal here, make it a touchdown game. And the field goal unit out can put this one up and through. 24-17. Now the defense has to get a quick stop. We have 3 timeouts, but pretty much a 1st down does this game in. They'll start with a run down the middle. Vernon not going to get anywhere. Actually, he'll get a gain of 2, but not a whole lot there compared to what we've seen. 2nd and 8. They'll come out 3 receivers, but we're going to stay in the 46 defense. Want to make sure we stop the run first and foremost. Have a couple guys there, and that's close to the 1st, and they give it to him. And J.P. Richardson, shaken up, uses one of our timeouts. So unless we could force a turnover, it's going to be next to impossible here to get back into this game as they go with a cutback to one side, and we'll keep a hold of that timeout. Of course, they're going to start draining the clock, and even with this timeout, we may not be able to get the ball back with much time left at all. Let's see what we could do. We'll go with another run here. We're there, but the cut by Vernon will seal this game in. We'll call the timeout just to call it. But that should have been a stuff from Collins, but instead, blown right by him, bruised ribs for Richardson, and they could kneel this one out. We had all the opportunity in this game to walk away with a victory, but some sloppy play led to the Bengals really just taking over. And we weren't able to fight our way back into it. Defense played a really sloppy second half, missing a lot of tackles. But we at least know we're going to the playoffs. If the Cowboys won today, we'll be dropping out of that 1st round bye, going back to our maybe just our 2 seed. Who knows? We'll see after this game, but bitter taste of defeat. And that loss does indeed push us out of the 1st round bye. We're back to that 2 seed. Bengals are at the 3 seed. I don't know if that's where they were before that or not, but we're both very much on par with each other. Kyler Murray was in. Maybe we win that game. Who knows? Some of the mistakes that Huntley made are the same that we've seen from Kyler. But we'll finish off against the 9-7 Jacksonville Jaguars next episode. And if we view the standings, we are 1 game behind the Cowboys. So if they lose, maybe there's a shot that we can get back into that first round bye. But we have to have a dub. We could do it against the Jaguars, even with Huntley. We saw that we almost had a chance to win against the Bengals. Just some mistakes cropped up and ended up costing us late. But we will finish off the regular season next episode, and I will have an announcement about this series after that game finishes. So make sure you stick around to the end for that. But until next time, make sure you subscribe if you're not already and tick that bell notification to be notified of when these videos go live. This series posted every Monday and Thursday with the state-only challenge on Wednesday and Saturday. But until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.